between the mind, the body, and the environment. Let us begin by forming the harvest season lotus position, facing the eastern moon. I have a mantra I like to call no problem. No problem, no problem, no problem.
What should we do now? Should we go jump this car through something?
Yeah.
No problem, no problem, no problem.
Adjust your seat, check your mirrors, and handcuff yourself to the steering wheel, because your tank is about to be topped off with high octane. On a man-made trick battleground, it's tire-scorching Sofia and the mind-blowing Zoe. And on this adrenaline-soaked episode of High Octane, legendary stunt driver Buddy Joe Hooker, ex-girl faces the Beastie Boys, Martin Scorsese, and more. Incredible stunt driver Buddy Joe Hooker.
Did you ever see First Blood?
Yeah.
Remember when Sylvester Stallone jumped from the cliff through the trees and all that?
Oh, yeah.
I did that stunt. I've done just about everything. Fire, horse, high falls, everything. I started out doing mainly Western stunts and had to later on learn how to do car stunts and motorcycle stunts and all that kind of stuff. My father was a stunt man. Actors get up and they have the moment when they're there and they do their scene. Well, as stunt people, we have our moments too when the stage is ours. I could jump a car to the moon. If they gave me one of those space shuttles, I'll mount the car on there and jump it, you know. It just depends on how much they want to spend. I still hold the world's record for jumping a motorcycle over a helicopter while it was landing.
If you guys don't mind coming back, I want to check the cameras to make sure everything's rolling and working and stuff. Why don't you just come back over here?
Cool, we'll do that. Ah, there's a railroad train crossing. Should we stop? Oh yeah, we'll get him. Hey.
Hi, my name is Regis Philibert, and you're watching High Octane.
Here we are, down around Thurston's Alley.
Hey!
You can sing, you can dance, you can model, you can act. He'll talk about it with you. Anything goes, anything at Thurston's Alley.
13th floor, Condé Nast building. Nice place to visit. I wouldn't want to work there. 13th floor, of course, I should have known. Number 13, and I'm going to 13th floor. It's all working out. Follow me. Hi, we're from Thurston's Alley. This is Thurston, coming to you from Thurston's Alley. We serve Left the Alley today. It's a little hot out, and we wanted to talk to our friend Anna Wintour here, the editor of Vogue magazine, and we figured we'd come up and talk to her in her own alley. I noticed in the new Vogue that you had a piece on Kim Deal of the Breeders.
Yes, she wrote
And
it for us.
she wrote it for you, because she's a friend of mine. She has interesting styling concepts, I noticed. I've done some shows with her, and she likes to sort of keep her hair kind of very dark and greasy. And it's a special look she has, and I always wondered how she did it. And one time I noticed in the dressing room before she went on, she was looking for something to grease her hair with, and she went to the deli tray, and she took the sandwiches, and she opened them up, and she took the mayonnaise and started, like, wiping her hair, and it looked great. And she went out and totally rock and rolled. Do you remember your first fashion show that you went to?
I was working for a British magazine at the time called Harper's Queen, and it was before there were the tents and the sort of huge production and Robert Altman making movies and everybody being so famous. I was the junior assistant, so sitting way in the back row. And the woman that I was working for, to show how important she was, she would have a hat and gloves. In those days, if you were an editor, a senior editor, you showed yourself being a senior editor by the white gloves that you wore. The shows were in the evening, and the men would wear a black tie. You know, the men in the audience. There would be lots of empty seats. Lots of people wouldn't come. The shows would take 2 hours just for the girls to go backwards and forwards, and they look so haughty. And to see how it's gone from a sort of black tie experience with ladies in white gloves to the zoo that it is now is amazing.
That's it from Thurston's Alley / Anna's Alley. See you next time. Bye.
Anything goes, anything at Thurston's Alley.
Coming up next, X-Girls in New York.
Whose idea was this?
What?
Whose idea was this?
Spike and Sophia's, like, about 6 months ago, they were like, let's do a fashion show. And I was like, yeah, great, whatever. And then it became a reality. And the rest is X-Girl history.
Got the shoes, got the pants, got the shirt.
本当ね、X ガルはとっても可愛いですね。綺麗ですね。
Hi. Very good. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you? You get a really good view right here. Right through here.
What are we doing here?
We're trying to get across the border.
Dad, we gotta get across the border quick. Can you help us?
We've all been arrested for impersonating Tinkerbell.
It's like 15-year-old skate girls, 18-year-old ravers, 20-year-old indie rockers, 25-year-old fashion types, 30-year-old sort of glamorous women, 40-year-old, rock stars.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Susan. Welcome to Chow LA.
Hi, we're
we're sitting here with Nathan Wind, Alessandro Allegre, and Vic Clefari from the hit series Sabotage, actors who were real-life undercover cops and actors who bring their stories of real-life crime to TV.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
How you doing, ladies?
So, how did you ever make the transition from undercover cop to television superstar sensation?
Well, for me personally, I had studied acting. I had studied method acting. In school, I studied with Burt Reynolds, actually, Dom DeLuise.
Interesting.
Well.
Yeah, and from that, I was just like hell, because I was a cop, and being a cop, and I love guns, and I love arresting people and telling people what to do, because I like being in charge. And so then being on TV now, everybody respects what I say.
Have you ever shot anyone?
I kill a lot of people.
So I have to ask, is it true you do all your own stunts?
Let me show you. For instance, if I get somebody around the neck like this,
The main thing about doing stunt work is safety first. I learned that from Burt Reynolds himself, because if you're not going to be safe, if you're not going to be careful of the people around, the people who are in the vicinity watching you do a manly stunt, then you might hurt somebody.
So, Nathan, why don't you tell us more about this serious tabloid scandal?
Let's hear the truth from you.
Chance to clear your name.
Well, they're real. They're real. And when I was captured, it really was a scary thing. And the aliens really did. They really did do things to my genitalia.
Tell me, guys, who are the real men of Sabotage?
it's a word that is not really used that much in these days, but I think it really suits me, as well as these guys. It's macho. It's a macho that we have.
That's what
and how did they used to say it the kids used to say mucho macho.
So, Alessandra, you've been known to date some of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Tell me, what do you look for in a woman?
Well, I've also gone out with some of the players, the male players on the team as well. I love sports. I love athletes. I love being a man, but sometimes I love men, too.
We live with men, we work with men, and we sleep with men. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not single?
Yeah.
You're not, none of you are single.
Well, I'm single, if you know what I'm saying.
You know, I'd like to say to the gentleman watching the show that your past and your roots and where you come from is most important and is vital, that you carry that with you. And I say that for especially American
Thank you,
people.
Vic. That's a good point.
That is a good point. Well, thanks for being our guests. You guys are incredibly special actors and special people.
Coming up next, the incredible filmmaker Martin Scorsese.
180. That's a good one for you girls to know when you're in like a bind someplace after the disco, you know, and you're in your car and some weird people come around. You should know how to put your car in reverse and get out of there.
Yeah,
so we'll go through that. People.
I make up a lot of my shots for my movies by listening to music in cars. Rock and roll and classical.
What are the 5 movies everyone should see?
I think, yeah, there are about 4 or 5 I can talk about. There's so many different variations on themes. If people limit me to 10, I've got to go to 100. Magnificent Seven, Drums Along the Mohawk, Citizen Kane, Grapes of Wrath, High and Low, Young Mr. Lincoln, The Searchers, The Red Shoes, Stagecoach, The Seven Samurai. If they're on television, I'll keep them on. Sometimes I take the sound off. I just watch the pictures go by. They become like listening to pieces of music that you like. There's so many variations on the gangster film. You could start on gangster films from the 1920s. Public Enemy with Jimmy Cagney. It's a very tough, strong gangster picture. Little Caesar, which was an interesting film with Edward G. Robinson. Scarface, at the time, was considered pretty controversial because you really like these people. I Walk Alone, where the small gangsters give way to big corporations. Point Blank, which took the same themes but did it in a very avant-garde style. Godfather, the gangster family as the real family. You could see a change in the country just by tracking these gangster films from Public Enemy to Godfather and to Actor. I guess what I'm talking about are films that can make you learn. You know what I'm saying about talking about different kinds of. I guess we're talking really. It's different from film is different from theater and it's different from literature, and like literature has its own grammar. Film has grammar. Size of the lens, panning shot, whether the camera moves or not, tilt, music, tracking shot, details in the frame, speeding dolly shots, wide angle lenses, details of art, low angles, the editing techniques, lighting, because the lens has to be like a pen, It has to be like a pen or it has to be like a paintbrush, Yeah. It always gets me annoyed these days in Hollywood and a lot of places where people write scripts and they talk about the first, second, and third act. I said, why talk about movies in terms of theater? It kind of belittles the medium, and it's the film. We still don't even know what it is really.
Who's your favorite Beastie Boy?
I can't choose between them. Sometimes like saying between Mozart and Beethoven. What can you do?
That's not how I usually have my makeup. Not now. Hey, stop this.
5 minutes of funk.
This is 5 minutes of funk. 5 minutes of funk. This is 5 minutes of funk. Yo, we're with Block. He's a photographer and a video artist. So this is some of your video footage, right?
Right. This is just a bunch of documented stuff that I do, like, hanging out with everybody.
So it's kind of uncommon for someone to be let back, right there and film them having a photo shoot for somebody else, isn't it?
Totally, yeah. They're just like, hey man, shoot whatever, and I give them photographs. They don't, they feel more comfortable around me than someone they don't know. They have some guy back there that's some English dude, from England, and he's got a camera and he's back there, and they're like, who's this dude?
So this is Cypress Hill. And what'd you say, a Rolling Stone interview, photo shoot?
Yeah, it's a photo shoot that Rolling Stone got like a few minutes to do.
Be real. Word. That's some rare footage right there. No one else got some shit like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they give me mad props and stuff. I give them mad props too.
Word. Word up. This is 5 minutes of funk.
Jesus Christ! Oh.
Next up, the punk rock godfather of bass, like what?
My bass hero.
The best thing to do is start a band and start writing songs. Make them play your songs. Then you write bass part so important, if that part's not there, the whole song falls apart. Like this Radar Love song. You are a drummer and you're a guitar player. You're whatever you want to be. You can be a big kick drum, or you can be, See, when punk came, it really helped bass players too, because with punk rockers, they were all lame. So you didn't have the good guitar player leading the band. All of a sudden, the bass player was on equal footing with the guitarist. Okay. Big right hand, no praying to the left hand, no scales, anti-technique, and feel comes first. Now you're ready to handle Thurston.
Let's go to New York.
All right, coming to you live from the basement. For High Octane, we have Male Slut.
So we gotta think of something really funny to do. Comedy Central says our show's not funny enough.
I think it's funny that they gave us a show.
That is funny.